Turn back. NBA trades are broken. JxmyHighroller, shout out JxmyHighroller. Let's get us go.
News involves Kyrie Irving, who according to Woj is expected to take his physical today in Dallas, 1 day after the Nets traded him to the Mavericks. The deal that ends 4 tumultuous seasons in Brooklyn for the 30-year-old Irving.
Oh my goodness. The Nets really just traded Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks.
Crazy.
This is huge. Luke is finally gonna get some help. Kyrie is free. But what's Kevin Durant gonna do? He's trapped in Brooklyn with Brick Shot Ben. He's playing at an all-time...
Yo, hey, you know what's funny is that I literally seen this clip of Ben Simmons. One of them, I'm gonna put some effort in to give y'all some good editing skills so I can share the little clips as I talk about them, you know what I'm talking about. But we're not gonna worry about that right now. But yeah, so this nigga shot a 3. I'm assuming he cashed it. So NBA means I didn't pay attention to that. I just looked at more of the cash. It was like Ben Simmons hit like a 38-foot 3-pointer at the buzzer, some shit like that, and he shot an air ball, bro. Nigga shot the ball and air ball. And then I looked up. Then I looked at the person who posted it, and it was NBA memes. This dude is just going. He's trying to get out the league. Dude, just look. Best advice I give you right now: if you're not trying to get better, bro, go start your Call of Duty league, bro. We know you're good at that game. You know what I'm saying? You put 100% effort in that. I just don't get it. Like, why is it, like, it's basketball, bro. Just go out there and have fun. Don't be, like, just get out of your ways, bro. You got trade, you want it, you got it up out of there. And yeah, come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Level right now. How is he going to dig the Nets out of this one?
Breaking news. The Nets they're no more, at least as they started this season. Kevin Durant is headed to Phoenix.
Crazy.
Well, that escalated quickly. In a matter of 72 hours, the Nets went from having 2 generational players and real hopes at a title to having Cam Johnson answer triple single hit.
And it's crazy because, like I said, I really wanted to see KD and Cam Johnson because when Kyrie left, Cam Johnson started. He came off that bench. He got his moment. It was a blessing in disguise. That dude went for 3 40-plus point games in a row, bro. I'm like, oh yeah, KD, you ain't got nothing to worry about now. No offense to Kyrie, I'm just saying in general, KD, you good still. Because if Cam Johnson finna come out and do this, and he's younger too, and he been a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie been a bucket too, but you get it though. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you lost anything. Well, come on, it's Kyrie. I know he ain't. I know Cam, but still, like, he was hooping though. He was hoop. I wanted to see the rest of this. I wanted to see what they could do like that. Cause what if KD won a ring? Everybody would shut the hell up there. You know what I'm saying? So.
Himself. The Nets just went from legitimate contenders to a full-blown rebuild in literally 3 days. NBA trades are broken, and I don't know if there's a way to fix them.
You know what's crazy? It's gonna be so weird seeing KD in the Suns jersey. Say what, Kyrie still feel weird that he's in the Mavs jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. The big game is finally here, and what's better than sports? What do you get when you combine an all-time great offensive talent with one of the greatest players of all time, with arguably the most skilled player to ever touch a basketball, and championship pedigree? You get 7 playoff wins, 2 first-round sweeps, and the biggest disappointment of a team in NBA history. And that's no exaggeration. This Nets team that has quickly came and went over the last 3 seasons is without a doubt the biggest flop of a team I have ever seen. 3 generational talents in their prime, all teaming up in a league that was wide open.
Now, come on, bro, stop pausing, bro, damn. Let me just get my takes off. Who fault, I need y'all in the comments, who fault do y'all really think this is? And we talking basketball standards, who fault is it? They're going to say Kyrie. Do I think it's his fault? I feel like he got something to do with it, yes. I would say that, yeah. I'm with him with the vaccine. I ain't mad at I ain't mad at that because eventually he let him play, you know what I'm saying? That's not what it's about. He was doing other stuff before the vaccine. So let's exclude the vaccine, right? Let's get that up out the way. So like I said, I'm with him with that. But it's other stuff he was doing that was questionable, right? That was getting him in trouble. Now imagine if they traded Kyrie to the Sixers, right? And James Harden stayed with KD. Do y'all think they would have made some shake? That's what I was wondering. Because you know what? Who y'all think better, Kyrie or James Harden? If we talking about fully healthy, no hood haze, primes, who better? Well, James Harden putting up more points. It just all depends, bro. Damn. I feel like if James Harden would have stayed with KD, KD still would have been there, and they probably would have been doing something. They probably would have had something going, but who knows?
For any team to rise above the rest. And somehow, this trio and then duo fell flat time and time again. The culmination of this ultra-talented 1-2 punch? Absolutely nothing at all. I was still reeling myself back in from the shock of the Kyrie Irving trade when news broke that Kevin Durant was being shipped off to the Phoenix Suns. Quite possibly the weirdest part about this 72-hour saga being that the Nets handed over 2 all-time great players for pennies on the dollar. Trading Kyrie Irving is one thing. At the end of the day, I get it. The man didn't want to be there, the writing was on the wall. Gotta get what you can out of the inevitable transaction. But Kevin Durant? KD, the Slim Reaper,
exactly.
You couldn't waterboard me into trading that man. You could dangle me by my ankles off the face of a 10-story building, mob style, and I'd say my prayers before trading away Kevin freaking Durant. No, instead, the Nets opted to take what they could and decided that now is the time to start a rebuild. What did they get in return for the mega duo of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? Well, let's see here.
I mean, Mikal Bridges is not garbage, by the way.
Cast 5 spells in 50.
Mikal Bridges
so Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder on the Bucks now anyway. So they got Cam Johnson.
Spencer Dinwiddie, 2 solid players, a guy that doesn't play basketball, 2 future first-round picks, and 5 8th graders. I mean, this is getting out of hand. At what point are we going to come to the realization that a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush? Especially when the bird in your hand is one of the greatest players to ever lace up? I get it. Distressed asset and whatnot. But do you know how rare it is?
No, actually, I'm thinking he was trying to trash talk, but he talking about by the time they get drafted, from down they are probably 8th graders. So by the time that year come up, then they get. I get what he's saying.
Player like Kevin Durant playing for the organization. Though, right? There are teams that have never, ever had a player like Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant play for their team. And not only did the Nets get, honestly, nothing out of these guys, they got little in return for these guys. Now, sure, that's a whole lot of picks that very well
was gonna get traded when KD got traded. I was thinking that.
Do you know the odds of drafting a player of Kevin Durant's caliber? Well, considering there's maybe 12 guys in the history of basketball that were better than him, I'd say the odds are slim to none. It's the classic 4 quarters for $1 transaction that we are seeing more and more often in today's NBA. In theory, this makes sense. I give you 4 quarters and you give me the $1. We both end up with something different, possibly something that works a bit better for both of us, and we end up with assets of equal value.
Facts.
Except, this isn't in theory. This is the NBA. One Kevin Durant is worth more than 7 assets that are significantly worse than Kevin Durant. In real life, I could just go and get another $1. But in the NBA, you can't just go and get another KD. In the NBA, the $1 is vastly, exponentially more valuable than 4 quarters. And yet these trades just keep on happening. Take a great, proven player and get cornered into trading him for multiple assets that may or may not add up to the value of that one player. And this, my friends, especially under these circumstances, rarely pans out. But of all the takeaways from these 2 blockbuster deals, I think the biggest realization that I've come to is just how bad the Timberwolves have railed themselves with the Rudy Gobert trade. Because you could argue that the Timberwolves gave up just as much for Rudy Gobert as the Suns did for Kevin Durant. The Timberwolves thought they were trading $10 for $1, not knowing that Gobert was actually a counterfeit bill. So, did the Suns get a great...
It's crazy. I'm still tripping off that. What made them go out there and what made them say, yeah? I think they were just trying to do something to get somebody. I don't know. I think they was desperate and they were trying to make something happen fast. You know what I'm saying? I think they was just trying to get a team going quick because, you know, they had that one playoff run. They probably was itching to get back. So, and this just wasn't the move. And it's no offense to Gobert. It's like they already had Cat. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? At least you could have traded KD. You could have made some. I don't know. I don't.
Deal, or did the Timberwolves get fleeced? Well, it's a whole lot of both. And I've thought about this ever since the Gobert trade went down. When a player like Rudy Gobert can command 5 players and 4 first-round picks in a trade, what can a truly great player command? In retrospect, and even in that moment, the Gobert trade was so bad that it crashed the NBA trade market for half a season. But now that we're back on track, you can still get your hands on star players. It'll just cost the next decade of your franchise to do it. Regardless, these moves are good for the league. Luka finally gets the help that he desperately needed, and the Suns get a crucial piece that could put them over the top for a title run. I mean, this whole time, the organization has been racking their brains trying to figure out what they need to get back to the finals and have a real shot to win it all, and the answer was staring them in the face all along. Just trade for Kevin Durant. But looking back on the failed experiment that was the Brooklyn Nets, I think the most disappointing part is that we never really got to see the full potential of this duo. It always felt like right when they would gain some momentum, something would happen. Durant would get hurt, Kyrie would stir up some controversy. The basketball part of things was always good. It just felt like compared to all the other distractions, there wasn't a whole lot of basketball going on between these two simultaneously. In fact, out of the 4 seasons and 280 games that took place while Kyrie and Durant were on the Nets, they only played together 87 times. And that is a basketball tragedy. But I'm interested to see how the Suns look with Kevin Durant. I anticipate they'll go on a run here and make a push for the top seed in the West. Come playoffs, if they are healthy, I think they're capable of taking down any team in the conference. And now that the Mavericks have strengthened their backcourt, I am hopeful that Kyrie Irving has been rejuvenated and we can see him and Luka at full strength. And, rip the Nets. I guess it was good while it lasted. I can't even say that with confidence. Let me know what y'all think. Who won these trades? How does this change things for the Mavs? And how does it change things for the Suns? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, until next time.
That's crazy. They ain't have to give up Book. Nothing. The Suns low-key won the trade, bro. It's like the fact you ain't have to give up your best player for a player even better than him. Come on now. Like, you can't even hate on that, right? But I just think this just be all for entertainment. I don't know if the numbers down. You got to bring eyes to the league. You got to bring, you know, like stuff like this is what's going to bring a lot of eyes. So it's just a lot of hype behind it. It's like, oh, wait, KD on the Sun. Oh, I got to check that out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be checking it out. They'll win and it's going to be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He's at this point, the way it's looking, I'm starting to think he should have stayed with the Warriors, right? Because it's like they could have just talked it up.